Hmm. Hello, my friends. Welcome. I look forward to our connections on Mondays. For me, it's just a wonderful way to start what what I lost during COVID was any sense of a week and what day it is. And so having a gathering where we can exchange our attention and exchange our intention. I just really look forward to it. So I'm so happy to have you with me. So I never know, this is the first time I've been speaking much this morning. So I'm just doing great. I'm imagining that you are having mixed emotions going on. I was thinking of that wonderful book that starts, it was the best of times and the worst of times. And how often that's true in our lives, depending on where we look. And I wanted to just reemphasize what this gathering is about. It's about us really harnessing the power of our attention. And I have a wonderful quote that I wanted to share with you today. It's by Simone Weil. And here it is. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. So I want to invite you to just take a couple of breaths and let your body kind of move around again. I want to just say that again and have you actually try it on and see if you'd be willing to have your attention have that much power in your life. Attention is the rarest and purest, once more. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. So generosity to me also means the flow, that it keeps the circulation of both our giving and receiving, but our giving and receiving of everything that comes with our attention. So see if you would be willing to have your attention be a form of giving, and giving to you and then giving to others, and especially giving to others that you can't even see. So those of you who are concerned, as I think most of us are, of how can we assist with what is going on in Ukraine, we can give our attention both to ourselves for how we are experiencing this. So that's what I'd like you to start with, is create a because that shifts you into your wonder form of attention rather than your what's wrong form of attention, which I know I've been living in a lot, like, oh my God, what's wrong now? And shifting you into your generous form of attention. Turn that towards yourself and notice if there's any place in your body that's calling out to you, like, yes, please. Oh, I'm so glad you're paying attention. I want some. And I'd like you to imagine you giving yourself not only attention, but giving yourself love scoops. And I'd like you to think of them as love hugs. You're giving yourself love hugs. So you can give yourself real love hugs. You can send attention love hugs. Like, I can't quite hug this place in my back, but I can send my love hug to that and wrapping around myself with my attention. And see if you'd be willing to receive that attention, because a lot of us have, I don't deserve it, I haven't done enough, I have to wait until I've accomplished something. And what if you could just give yourself love hugs for exactly what's going on right now? And you might notice what other people are doing. Other people are giving themselves wonderful kinds of love hugs. And if you see something that someone is doing that you want to try on, go ahead. That's part of what we're doing here, is sharing effective ways of giving and receiving love hugs and attention. So I can feel some loosening of some kind of, I would call it sort of a fight. It's a fight freeze going on, is like an, oh my God, and then freezing, and then, oh, this can't be happening. So I can feel some loosening of that. And now I'd like you to imagine that you have this giant love hug that could go out in the world and surround anybody or any place. And I'd like you to let yourself send it all the way out and feel that hug, lassoing wherever you're wanting to send it or wherever you're feeling called to send it. It could be local, it could be global. And let yourself register that you can send your loving attention, the generosity of your attention, way out into space and time. And I also want to incorporate this wonderful aspect of attention that I think most of us don't take advantage of, and that is the pause. That our attention, when it lands, there can be a pause and a reception. It was reminding me of way back in December when we got rain, and it would land, and I had prepared the soil, even I had prepared our sidewalk by cutting holes in it and having gravel. And so when the rain came, I could watch it being integrated and think, oh, this is nourishing. This is nourishing the soil. This is filling the reservoir. So I want you to now incorporate a pause of integration. So letting that, your generous attention come back toward you now. And I was just thinking of back in the old days, we used to have barber poles where you could see a spiral of red and white going around and around. So imagine a spiral of love hugs circling you and moving all the way down and around and down through your feet and down into the earth. And then pause and let yourself take a couple of breaths of receiving. And I can feel this release of this kind of tension that I've had in my shoulders and this on guard. So, feeling the pause, giving you the power of refreshment, the power of your attention, and letting that go all the way down into the earth, which is also very much wanting and needing our attention right now. And notice that when you open your eyes, that I had my eyes closed. So if you had your eyes closed, when I opened my eyes, I noticed that I can see more clearly. I can see colors more clearly. I can notice contrasts. So there are both green leaves and red leaves there, and I can feel the refreshment of noticing those colors. So for me, the pause is as much a part of refreshing as shifting my attention. So, and I play golf. And for those of you who, the art of the game is all in, for me, the backswing and then a pause before the downswing. So you think, oh, I get ready and I'm just going to mash it. But when I try to mash it, I lose it. But when I have the backswing and a pause and then releasing, bam, easy, full swing, and the power of using my attention to send a little ball from here to there. So imagine creating a kind of a backswing in yourself by gathering attention and then pausing for a moment and then noticing, where does that want to go? Does it want to go out in a wide sweep? Does that want to go out very pointedly, like a golf ball and you want it to go right to that person. And then letting it land. So gathering, pausing, sending, landing. So we have a pause on the in-breath and a pause on the out-breath or on the sending your attention out, and then a pause and a landing. So for me, when I do that, what also happens in the landing is that feelings that are going on, I can feel little tendrils of feelings, some sadness, some anger, some deep gratitude, and all of those things are swirling around together. And now notice that you can gather all of that attention and more. Pause for a moment so you're noticing it, and then bringing it all back to you and letting yourself give you love hugs. And then pausing to let that land. Are you letting it all the way in? I was just noticing the area right around my bones. And I think for a lot of us, that's where we carry really deep tension. So I'm wondering if you're willing to let the hug come all the way in, like your own personal heating pad that just comes all the way in so you can feel the warmth wherever it is that you want it or need it. This also allows us to create a leisurely pace because we can get caught up in the, oh my God, I have to do something. And in that, I think we leave ourselves. And if I've left myself, I'm not really presencing. And what we're really doing is moving from fear to love through presence. And one thing I found that has been the most valuable for me over this last period of time is putting my presencing together with my attention so that I'm not out ahead of myself or I'm not dragging myself. I'm right with myself. So on this round of gathering, sort of doing your backswing or your, getting ready to toss the ball, that getting ready, and then releasing that and letting it land. I can feel mine swirling all around the valley where I live. Just feeling that swirling and letting it, the nourishment of attention landing. And then just enjoying that for a moment. Because truly, what else is there? You get all kinds of stuff done. And then at the end of the day, when you have all that stuff done, what are you left with? If you have your value on what you've done, you're kind of like one thing that I notice as cooking. I love to cook, but I also notice that I cook and then it disappears. So what am I left with? All of that attention that I put into the cooking, off it goes. So if I return to the nourishment, the fundamental nourishment of attention, and let that be primarily what I'm eating, primarily what I'm sharing, everything else feels just, whoa, like a wonderful extra. Like, oh, I can have this too. So let yourself do a couple of rounds in your own pace of gathering, sending, landing, and integrating. And then feeling all of that juiciness, gathering it and bringing it back to you in love hugs, love sprays, love waterfalls, love yummies, because you can have sounds too. You can give yourself love noogies. Whoa, oh, you. And letting it land. Hmm. And see if you'd be willing this week to draw on the love and the beauty and the generosity that's all around us and letting it circulate through you and around you so that you're filling your own reservoir and letting the overflow extend to anybody who needs it. So let's do one more where we're just extending it and intending that anybody who needs it can connect directly. Hmm. Hmm. So thank you so much. And I wish you a very loving and generous and easy week where your attention is easily drawn to where it's most needed and then returns home to you. All right. Mwah. See you next time.